What's up guys, Maniacs here, and welcome to Blind Date. Now this game popped up today on Game Jolt, and this game looks really funny, but it's also kind of terrifying in its own way. As you guys can tell, based off of the title, this game is basically about going on a blind date, and it was kind of registered under a horrifying aspect, or a horror terrifying game, whatever you want to say. And it's all in the pixelated side-scrolling style graphics, which I absolutely love. So I have never actually been on a blind date. The first person that I've ever dated is Janelle. You guys, I don't know if I'm sure I've mentioned this before, and basically, I didn't actually go on a blind date. I met her online, which again is awesome. I still love the fact that I have met her, and she's one of the most important people in my life. Okay, I'll admit that. So basically, I have no idea what it's like to go on a blind date, but I know that it's probably terrifying. I will absolutely admit that as well. Like, blind date. You are going on a blind date after months of loneliness. Don't mess this up. Oh, great. Thanks for bringing up the loneliness factor. Our faces look like balls and dick. They literally look like a penis. Like Squidward style knows everything. Okay. Oh, so she said hello. Hi. So hello. Hey. Oh, good. You made it. Okay. I'm just going to go with what I would actually do if I was ever in this situation. I never would be, but yeah. Hello. Hello, it's good to see you.
Sorry I'm late. I had to take the bus here because my car's broken down.
Ha, shit happens. Happens to the best of us. It's no big deal. So this one's like straight to the point, ends the conversation, doesn't really leave it open to talk about what maybe it's a topic that she could come up with. Again, like, I'm also the type of person that never knows anything at all what to say. That's another thing that I actually do. You guys notice that with my rambling and stuff like that. So I think this one would be good. Happens to the best of us. So he could, like, maybe bring up a story about it, or maybe she'll continue talking about it. Because if you just kind of go with this one, it's just like dead ends the conversation, boom, done. No conversation, nowhere to go from there. But if you go with this one, happens to the best of us.
I suppose it does. So tell me more about yourself. What do you do for work?
I work as a software engineer. That would be way more better. I work as a massage therapist. I work as a contractor. It pays well. Well, if I had to choose between all of these, I would go with software engineer, just because it's more nerdy.
That must make you a lot of money. You know what they say, ladies like a man with a huge paycheck.
Ha! Huge dick, right? Ha! Not something that I have. Okay. No one looks at you for a short, awkward moment. Are you nervous? You look nervous. Wait, who's talking now? Is it me? Woman looks at you for a short...
Are you nervous? You look nervous.
It's been a while. Yes, I am. No, not at all. We'll go with it's been a while.
Oh, I completely understand. It's been a while for me, too. Frankly, my friends had to convince me to come here. It's been a very lonely year. So what's your name?
Josh, Chris, or Mike. What's the least douchebag name here? Okay. Nothing bad to anybody who's named Josh, Chris, or Mike, but I'm gonna go with Chris.
Well, Chris, you have a wonderful name, so tell me, are you from around here?
I moved here a few months ago, moved here when I was young. I grew up here. If I was me, I would go with I grew up here. It's basically where I live now. Okay.
I've lived here my whole life. I love it. The air, the trees, and the people. It gets awful lonely out here, though. Who was your last lover?
What? Pardon? Excuse me? Wait, is she asking, like, the last time I had sex? Or is she talking about, like, full relationship? Pardon?
You heard me. Who was the last woman you slept with?
What the fuck? It's been a very long time. If it's really that important for you to know, I don't really feel comfortable answering that. I'll just go with silence. The woman lets out a long, almost apologetic sigh.
I'm sorry, that was rude of me. You must forgive me. I haven't been on a proper date in a few years.
Yeah, I would say so. It's seriously like the fourth question you ask somebody on a blind date. So, who was the last person you fucked? Sorry for saying the fucked word, but who was the last person you slept with? What? Who asks that? That should be something you talk about, like, on the second or third date. When was the last time you banged somebody? I don't know. What? God. Please don't let it happen again. Laugh nervously. It's alright, I've been out of commission myself for quite some time. Alright, that'll good. That'll kind of lighten up the mood. Alright, cool.
Thank you.
The woman offers a weak smile.
I do appreciate you taking me out. This is a really nice restaurant. Tell me, Chris, do you cook?
Almost never. I was never really any good at it. Yes, and I do it pretty well too, on occasion. I'm actually a pretty decent cook. I can cook pretty much anything. It's not like I know specific recipes or anything like that, but give me directions and anything to cook and I can make it. Which, again, I guess doesn't mean whatever.
You know, they say that women look for a man who cooks. It's a very attractive quality.
Well, hey, baby.
So how's Emma doing?
What? Who? Who?
Haha, do you seriously not remember your own mother's name?
How do you... What? I know her, but how do you? Excuse me? How do you even know my mother's name? Okay, that's a little disconcerting. I know her, but how do you? The woman pauses for a long while.
You hadn't mentioned her before.
Jesus Christ, can you be forward? How do you know my mother? Seriously, how do you know my mother's name? No, I didn't. The woman's eyes grow shifty as if she's thinking intently.
I'm so sorry. The girl at work told me about her. Apparently your mother used to work for the company. Oh my, you must think I'm some kind of creep or something.
See, okay, so I'm doing good. I'm not, like, freaking the fuck out, like, how do you know my mom's name? It's like, okay, you know, kind of, don't freak out. I mean, I guess some other people might freak out. If I was in this particular situation, this is basically how I would react. I'd be like, how do you know my mom's name? Like, but I wouldn't, like, freak out at her. It's not like she has blood on her hands and she just walked in like,
sorry, I'm late. I just killed your mom. I mean, when was the last time you had sex? What? What?
I suppose that makes sense. No big deal, I guess. It was a little rude to bring it up at dinner. No, that's a dickish thing. Oh boy, that's a relief. I suppose that makes sense. No big deal.
Oh, thank God. I really am out of it today. Please forgive me.
She's nervous. Relax.
Why are you here?
Well, I've been trying to go on a date. I'm beginning to question that. Existentially or situationally. I'll go with the nice one. Why does everybody have to be a dick?
No, that's not what I meant. Why are you here? Why did you feel alone enough to come on this date?
Why are you acting like this? What? This is beyond... What? This is beyond rude. Wow. Just wow. What are with some of these why are you at...
You've lived alone for what? 3 years, 6 months, 23 days? God, I can't imagine how tired you must feel living in the lonely condo.
Please stop. This is not polite. Seriously? What the hell? I'll remain silent.
God, you're pathetic. Did you really think going on a random blind date was going to fix everything? I've seen the way you sleep, the way you drink, the way you pick your nose when nobody's looking.
I don't need to take this. Please stop.
I could see you shaking all the way from the front door. Nervous as hell. I could see. Do you really think anybody would agree to go on a blind date with you?
I just don't want to be alone anymore. It hurts so much. That's not a reason to go on a date. Please, I can't take this. Why are you saying these things? I'll just remain silent.
Because this is exactly what you deserve. You hate yourself and everyone around you, and yet reserve the right to feel lonely?
I can't take it anymore. I feel so alone. I feel so empty inside. For the love of God, stop.
You've been dead inside for years, and you don't have the fucking balls to end it already. I've seen you staring at a piece of rope, hesitating at the top of a building. God, you're pathetic.
I needed love. I needed contact. I needed help.
You need to realize the truth. You need to realize that you are nothing, completely and utterly insignificant in the grand scheme of your life.
You're insane. You're wrong. You're wrong!
And you're a whiny little squirt whose sole purpose is to be unhappy. Yet here you are, unaccepting of your own fate. I honestly don't even know why I bothered to come at all.
Yeah, because you're pretty much a bitch. I can't believe I came here tonight. Why are you saying these things? Please stop.
I'm sorry, Chris. I feel your pain, and it's coming out in anger. The thing is, how you feel is so harrowing. You've seemed to lose all sense of being human, and it hurts to look in your eyes and see only pain on a blind date of all things.
I just want to be loved. I just want to be accepted. I just want to be happy. Yeah.
Everybody wants something, Chris, and frankly, what you want isn't something worth giving. This was a mistake, Chris. You shouldn't have come here. You should have just stayed at home and ordered a pizza like you had originally planned.
Breathe heavily through your nose. Remain silent.
I was never going to be the one to fix these problems.
But you won't? But you should. But you won't?
No, I won't. I'm not going to fix your problems, Chris. I'm going to make them worse. I'm not the solution. People like me are the problem. People like me are the problem. People like you are the problem. You get in the way of your own happiness. I've followed you for several years and you are my obsession, and I've never seen someone so unhappy.
Why do I do these things to myself? Is there any hope of happiness for me? So what do I do?
I don't know. That's something you're going to have to figure out on your own. And yes, I mean it, on your own. You simply aren't fit for a relationship. You had to rely on a blind date to be here tonight. Some woman who you've never met, yet who knows you very, very well.
Am I really at fault here, though? I understand what I need to do now, but I don't know if I have the courage. Have you been following me?
God, you're a mess. I really shouldn't have come. You really shouldn't have come. I'd say I made things worse, but you were already a mental wreck before I came here.
I wish I could do it all over again. It's just who am I? It's just who I am. I'm sorry.
I know. However, you need to realize that you can never go back to those things. There's nothing you can do. You're quite frankly destined to be alone forever. Yeah, a girl may come into your life every once in a while, but it's just going to be a reminder of what a piece of pathetic swine you are.
Will I ever find love? Does it ever get better? Does it ever get better?
No, plain and simple. You're barren. The desolate life you lead is barren. Does this scar you? Does it terrify you? Because, oh boy, it should, because you are alone. Completely and utterly alone. Look at your life. It's empty. It's lonely. And it's just generally a mess. It's a barren desert. No life, no love, just dry, lonely land. So in the end, when faced with your loneliness, faced with the fact that you're wasting your time, what are you going to do?
I'm going to stay. I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave.
I guess he's not coming.
Oh my god! Are you kidding me? Oh! Oh no! No! That entire thing that just happened, that was all a conversation he had in his mind. That was all... Holy shit. Wow. Wow. That, wow. Okay, Alright, so basically, if nobody understands what just happened, that entire conversation was just him trying to basically talk himself out of going. Is basically all that was. That wasn't real. That was him basically sitting at home, contemplating whether he should actually go on the date, and then the entire scenario that just happened was something that ran through his mind that he didn't know whether he should go or not. Wow, that was really heavy. Wow. He was second guessing himself the entire time, and he basically just kept playing the scenario out in his head, and it basically ruined him. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play through the thing again, and I'm going to see what happens when I stay, so I'll be right back, guys. Alright, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to stay. I want to see what happens when I stay. I'm going to stay.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
The woman smiles. Okay, so, wow. Alright, so basically, like I said before, this entire game was Chris basically going through the scenario that he thought was going to play out in his mind before he even went on the date. So while he was sitting there waiting, or okay, maybe he actually did show up. So before the girl that was supposed to show up on the date, that was supposed to go on the date with him, he was sitting there going over the scenario in his head like, this is why I'm like this. This is what happens. So that was really messed up. Like, I kind of understand his hesitation in that sense, because I know I tend to overthink some things. I actually do. It's something that I have. Like, I'll overthink something. Like, if there's something that I say or something like that, and I can't judge what the person, like, especially sending a message online or something like that. If I type something out and send it, and then my mind starts thinking, oh God, you know, what if they say this? What if they say this? What if they say this? My mind starts doing that, and that's what he was doing in this game. That's what your character was doing. He was overanalyzing and overthinking the situation. He wasn't actually letting it play out, and I know that because I've done that before myself with a multitude of different things. But If you guys want to check this game out for yourself, there'll be a link to it in the description below. Developer, great job on the game. It was, again, kind of depressing and kind of sad, but that is stuff that happens. And let me know what you guys thought of this game in the comment section below. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out the annotations for more videos that I have done, and I will see you guys next time. Maniacs out. The world can be a scary place, yet, well, I've never actually really been scared to do anything. Actually, I have been scared to take risks,
I'm
which
the
is
tiny girl you see every day.
Tiny girl you see every day. I don't actually